Yeah. What's up? Welcome once again. You know you in the right place. It's your man Rudy Rush, comedian Rudy Rush, with Greg Walls. This is Beyond the Noise. What's up, G?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Hey, listen, let me just say this right now. Okay, for everybody who doesn't understand now, today, this is not the actual day because we're not going to put it on this day, but today is Labor Day weekend.
Yes.
Okay, this is where we are filming this exact episode. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Got to.
And for me, you know, I don't want to seem like I'm not appreciative. Okay, but somebody who owns the business of Beyond the Noise and performance excellence and all this other good stuff, they decided on the day that everybody else takes off to just chill out and just appreciate taking a deep breath. And Labor Day is a day to relax from labor. We in here working. Thanks, Coach.
Hey, man, no problem. I find it very important that we take care of our people on their day of rest. I feel like we should be laborious on their day of rest.
Okay, and he gonna use a word like laborious, knowing I got to go to my thesaurus.
So us at Performance Experience really believe that we should be laborious on days where other people are getting their rest.
Nah, excellent. You know what? And I'm gonna tell you, if I didn't love it so much, if I didn't like this experience as much as I do, I would have come up with some excuse that we would not be in here right now because I got enough cachet in my little cachet box to be like, yo, I ain't working today.
I ain't gonna make it.
I ain't gonna make it. You got to do that one on your own. But nah, I was like, you know what? This is what's up. We're on a mission right now, and the mission ain't gonna stop. So I was like, let me come in here and bring my behind into this studio, this marvelous studio, by the way, KMWI, because I got it. I got one of the owners in here somewhere and be mad at me. So listen, good dude though. But listen, they opened up for us and we are in here right now and we're going to have a fantastic show. Shout out to everybody who's been following us thus far and hitting us up on our Instagram and hitting our personal accounts. Because you know what? This is really, we thought it was going to work and it's actually working much better than we actually anticipated. Now, saying that, G, sponsorship is coming. So if you are out there and you have a fitness, health, or you just feel like, you know what, a lot of people listen to them, I want them to come and eat my burgers.
Right.
But G, really, all jokes aside, bringing up the burger, which, you know, on a day like today, I went and I did have a burger. I didn't have cheese.
Okay.
I had just a slice of bread, not the whole bun.
Right.
You know, modified, all about modification. That's about my journey personally. I think I do very well with mentally making sure I do everything in doses. Like everything is just like modified, small doses where maybe I would eat pizza maybe once or twice, even 3 times in a week. You know, now it's like once or twice or 3 times in a month or two.
That's huge, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's a huge thing for me, and it helps my processing. You know, I want to live my life, but I want to be healthy too. So we're going to talk about health today.
Yes.
We're going to talk about changing your lifestyle and keeping that change in your lifestyle, because that's one thing people have more in this day and age are goals.
Yes.
Goals ain't good, I don't think.
I would say depends on how you place them, Rudy, and what I mean by that is what is the goal? I think sometimes we miss, like, goals should always be short term, small wins based on what you're trying to get in the end. So I think this lifestyle change, the health situation that you're talking about, should come from just consistently small wins and then not trying to win the championship on day one.
And that's what a lot of people do. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know anybody else in the room has had this experience, but I have quit working out after the first day of working out. Not because my body was in pain. The next day I woke up and wanted to change in my body.
Yes, I've done that, and I'm an instructor.
I was like, okay. And I'm like, yo, where's my abs at?
Like, all the crunches I do yesterday?
I don't even feel like, I swear, I don't see a difference. And so, and it taught me how to be patient. You have to be patient, not only with the process, but your body. The process is one thing. Your body's reaction to the process is another. That's another thing I had to learn. And so what we wanted to talk about to everybody today on Beyond the Noise is actually getting to a space of learning from someone who's a master, master trainer as coaches right here, and because we all are human. We all suffer through the same. He said it himself, and he's a trainer, like I said, and I'm glad you said that, because there is an expectation that we have when we work out, and if we don't reach that right away, that is one thing that can deter us from our goal and moving forward. But I like the idea more so of a lifestyle change, what happened to me, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But how do you get someone straight, clean off the grid, never worked out before, has a weight issue, has an eating issue, has some underlying thing that says, hey, my doctor says I have high blood pressure, I got to work out, I got to do this. Where do you take that person? What's the first thing you do with someone like that?
Ask them a bunch of questions. And there are so many people out there like that. But the reality, Rudy, is they have all the advantages. Their body's going to change the quickest. They're going to get results with any amount of work. And it just comes down to being able to ask yourself, you know, what am I actually looking for? So the way I make it make sense in my mind is, do you expect to die in 3 weeks?
Dang.
Think about it.
That's a question, bro.
Right. Do you expect to die in 3 weeks?
Dang. And normally everybody's answer, I would hope, unless they say, my head's been hurt. Got this lump in my back pocket. I don't know what the hell. No, so yeah, that's a deep question.
Here's why. So if you're setting an expectation of phenomenal change in a short period of time, I don't know how realistic that can be if you don't expect to die in 3 weeks or in 3 months. Or I ask this question: how long did it take you to get where you didn't want to be? It took about 3 years. What makes you think it's going to take 3 months to get it where you want to be? So let's set expectations based on process and longevity, not short term. I lost 30 pounds. Well, you're going to wake up tomorrow and the next day. So what did you do in those 3 months to lose those 30 pounds? Because if you change that, it's gonna change.
No, most definitely, and that's some deep, direct. Because people do need to put things in perspective. But you do have to understand when the person says, "Hey, it's time for me to work out. It's time for me to change my life." A lot of that change my life is I want to look better again.
Yes.
Okay, and they feel that looking better again and feeling better again will be a life changer, which in most cases it can be.
I want to say something? It is. It is, bro.
No, I totally believe that. I mean, everything that I do that is fitness related is solely connected to the way I feel about myself, confidence, how I deal with people. I mean, how I even position myself in social settings. It all ties into how I feel physically, and that's important to me because I just feel like it moves my energy, and it's the thing that I rely on the most.
Yes.
And that's definitely so. I mean, but I'm someone who is I didn't work out not a day in my life until after I was 30 years old. I had a knee surgery.
Really?
Yep. I mean, I've been in the gym before,
I know what you mean. Yeah.
but constantly on a regular regimen and really sticking to a plan and a process. I've gone to the gym and lifted some weights and got diesel for a day. Yeah. You know what I mean? But not
gun day.
Yeah. But I've always just been a push up, sit up guy. And I've just relied on that. And, my metabolism kicked in when I was like 24, 25, it like changed. It was like, all right, bro, you starting to get a little heavy. Or some things are sticking around that wasn't going away. They used to go away before. But the average person, like you said, they come in and like they have, I want to lose 30 pounds. Well, you want to lose 30 pounds, but maybe you lose 30 pounds, like you said, in 3 years. But in the meantime, you're working towards when you get that 30 pounds off, you keep it off.
Yeah. The way I look at it is, and I've done this for so long, I can see it from so many different angles. So there are a bunch of different ways we approach it. So athletes always have stop dates, right? So 8-week cycle, 6-week cycle, 12-week cycle of conditioning or strength or preparation for something that's going to start or end. But health ain't like that. Wellness ain't like that. So I think as we get older, we need to realize a couple of things. It's the consistency of what you're willing to do. Man, I'm telling you, man, I watch all of us as people as we get older we're just working out with an expectation of losing this and getting rid of this and gaining that and doing this. But we need to understand the difference of what we're trying to get. Are we trying to be healthy or are we trying to be fit? Because you can be fit and not be healthy.
Yeah.
But if you're healthy, you're more than likely will be fit. You'll be able to maintain what you've been conditioned to do throughout the day. You know what I mean? So I think it's important that we live in that. The change comes from the understanding of wellness or fitness, or if we're doing this for life or we doing this for a goal, like you said.
Yeah. So what are some of the tips that you would kind of like use, like for someone just starting out? Like, what's the first thing? Because normally you got to cut things out. Normally you got to take a hard stance on something. Let's just say Greg Walls just walked into the gym. Let's say that you are maybe 30 to 40 pounds heavier than you are now, which is, which is your doctor would say that's not healthy.
Right.
So what plan would you put yourself on to initially start to make sure, like, and you're not working out regularly, you never really went to the gym before. So, and that's one of the big things I think a lot of people who come to the gym are first timers. And I think that's the hardest because it's such a blow to the system that muscle memory ain't there at all for nothing.
Yeah. You want to know what, man? The first thing I would say is it's not a physical action. We have to really sit back and say, a lot of times, let me take a step. A lot of times we go in, like you said, you go to the doctor, you go to your trainer or whatever, and they tell you what you need to do. Or we a lot of times estimate what you are not doing. I think the first step is that we sit down and we say, what am I actually doing? Not what am I not doing? Not what, well, I drink, well, I'm not drinking soda. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. Well, what am I doing? Okay. Up in the morning, I don't eat breakfast. That's not what I'm doing. I'm up in the morning and at this time I do this. I drink this amount of water. I eat this amount of whatever. Like, this is what I'm doing. And then we start adjusting what we're doing. Because some of that stuff might not be bad. Some of that stuff might be hard to kick. Like, some of you might look at it, well, what are you doing? Well, I drink coffee every morning at 10 o'clock, and then I drink coffee at 1 o'clock, and then at 5 o'clock. Okay, so you're drinking a lot of coffee. Not, I drink enough water, or I don't drink enough water. No, I'm drinking a lot of coffee. So what if I just cut back a little bit and just added this? You're going to get a change because you made a change. Those are the things that make you healthy so you can be fit.
People really need to get the idea in their mind that, yo, this is a lifestyle change. And for me, what changed for me is that, I was working in radio and my contract wasn't renewed. And the first thing I told myself, that we were in the middle of the COVID. So, it was a situation where it was like, man, as a stand-up comic, usually with radio, I could just be like, okay, whatever. I'm going to go on the road, jump on the tour, do some club dates, make my money that way. Everything was shut down, right? And so the first thing people do when they, either reach a financial situation that's not, like advantageous to them, they shut things down. They change their cable package. They, shut. Man, first thing I did was I went out there and I got a gym membership because I said, you know what? I done got that COVID 15 times 2. So I was over 30 pounds, 36 pounds to be exact. And I was, it wasn't like I was unhappy. We were just in the house.
Yeah.
And just eating things that were delivered or going out and getting something and bringing back and just sitting there not going to the gym. Gyms were closed, but things started opening up. So I got a gym membership and, it turned into, after maybe a couple of months, going and having something to do, because there still wasn't a lot to do. So going to the gym for me was like an event. Even though I had to be mashed up, I was able to be out, and it was doing something for my mental and my physical started to change. Now, almost a whole year later, bro, it's a lifestyle change for me. Like going to the gym, I go in different cities where I would never do that. I would never pack a bag. I've gone to Orange Theories, and that's where I go. Y'all need to, be a sponsor now that I shouted y'all out. But it's become a situation where I was in the Carolinas and I went, and I was in Cleveland and I went, and I was in Baltimore and I went. And I was like, yo, Who goes to other cities and be like, hey, I got a membership to this all worldwide. I'm going to use it.
People who created a habit.
Absolutely. So, and that's one of the reasons why I'm on this show. And we talk about it all the time. So, like, what are some of the things that you have done to make sure? Because I know in your profession, it's almost like you got to show and tell. So how do you keep yourself? Because I know you get to those periods where, hey, listen, coach want to eat a sandwich for 2 weeks straight and be a little chunky, have a little belly. But you don't do that because you want to show your clientele that you are on the same mission that they are. How difficult is that for you?
Very. It is extremely difficult because, Rudy, we all got life, man. And I was in the house like you were in the house. You see what I'm saying? The difference for me is, and I can tell y'all a bunch of, you got to live and practice what you preach, and you do, and we do. But you also need to realize that our backgrounds in exercise allow us to understand how exercise works. So I have an advantage just based on what I know. So if I needed to get ready for something in 6 weeks, I know exactly how to do that.
Yeah.
If I needed to get ready, I had to get ready for the conference, the Mind Body Bold conference that I spoke at. I had to get ready for a photo shoot that I had to do. I knew I had to look a certain way. I hadn't worked out in 6, 7 months. Like, I hadn't trained for anything in 6 or 7 months. So I 6 weeks, I started putting it together. I knew what parts needed to look a certain way, so I did it. I think when you get into a place of finding out, step one, this is what I'm doing. Then if you see what you're doing, you can see what to adjust.
Yeah.
A lot of times during COVID, people were just doing. So now they stopped doing. It wasn't replaced with anything.
Yeah.
They just stopped. I had the opportunity to still do some online training for people and do some videos out of necessity. So I kept my fitness up. I just adjusted instead of stopping what I was doing. So the second step is make an adjustment. You can't do bench press. You don't have weights. Push-ups, squats, wall sits, things that keep you active. And people who are just getting in the mix trying to create a habit, it's small bites. 30 minutes of something is better than a day of nothing. 30 minutes of treadmill, 30 minutes of jumping jacks, push-ups, sit-ups, squats, up and down stairs. Because now your body's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. What the hell we doing around here? Like, I ain't done this in a while.
Yeah.
It starts to conform or transform to that habit.
Hey, you just came back from the Mind Body
Bold conference, yeah.
Mind Body Bold conference.
Yes.
How was that?
Man, it was awesome. It really was. It's a fitness conference. Mind Body Bold is a software company that houses a lot of fitness companies, CRMs, and the way that we conduct and construct our businesses online. And I had the privilege to go out and be a speaker.
All right, what you have to speak about? What you have to speak about?
Conducting your business, your service business to make it profitable. Like going about this fitness industry business with a service attitude, not, the customer's always right, but a literal service of how do you manage your people? And I'm learning. Let me say that while I'm at, yeah, I'm learning how to do this. So I'm speaking on topics that I have real time learned hard lessons about in communication with your people, so they can service your, your clients. Having an understanding of your mission, so we can be serviceable and add value to the client. So that was what my talk was about.
Now, was it a lot of people? It was in California, right? What part of California?
It was in San Diego, California. Beautiful San Diego, man. The weather was ridiculous, brother. So, I mean, and these breakout sessions, so it's like any other conference. You got your keynote speaker who, and then from your keynote speaker, you have these breakout sessions and these continued education sessions. So, I had a chance about 40 or 50 people in the room. And then, of course, we're in the COVID season. So everybody was masked up. And then you had the virtual or the online people who pay for an online ticket or watch all the things online. So it was a great experience, man. It was a chance for me to talk about the company and where it's grown to and how we've grown through that service. And what I learned is, man, business owners, fitness instructors, clients, all alike, we all want the same stuff. We all want to be treated like people.
Yeah. And so you brought some of your crew out there, right?
I did.
And I wasn't in that crew, so
you was working.
Oh, I was working. Okay. Just want to make sure because I know this
next time.
Yeah, I mean,
I got you on the list next time.
I didn't meet much of the other crew, but I guess I have no idea. But I know this show here. I'm a crew member on this show,
no doubt.
So maybe next year we'll be out there,
no doubt,
doing a few shows from location.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, let's talk about that because that wasn't in the contract when I signed it. The owner just going up and go to San Diego.
Yeah, it was already done. It was set up.
All right. Yeah. But yeah, definitely, doing those things and having these opportunities to change people's lives, like I said, that's the new, it's not, I wouldn't even call it the new thing. It's the thing that people need to really come to grips with. We're in a new world, and I think a lot of the benefits to it now, whereas before, you change your life. Oh, this can help me do this and do that. I'll look better. But now, I mean, even when COVID and these Delta variants and things like that, I think being in a better health state will make your body deal with something that you can acquire a little easier, or at least not as difficult as it would be if you were on the other side of fitness.
Listen, man, here is the reality of it. If we're not paying attention to the fact that the healthier you are today, the better your chance of survival is, then you're not paying attention to what's going on today. And that's just real. I mean, we're watching people we know and love, fall victim to this virus.
Yeah.
And the numbers and science and just the experience of people can show you the better health state, not fitness state. The better health state I'm in, the better opportunity I have to not only just survive, but to be missed by these heavy symptoms of, fatigue and nausea and inability to breathe.
And baby mamas.
Them too, yeah.
They make you real sick.
Yeah, they get headaches from my understanding. I ain't got one. But
my stomach hurt right now just talking about it. I'm mad I brought it up.
But the truth of the matter is, man, if we're not paying attention to that, Rudy, like straight up, not just trying to lose weight, but that's a byproduct of a health state. Not eating the right things make you look and feel a certain way. Those are byproducts of a health state. But I think it's imperative that in order to fight off this virus and to fight off other things happening and to be sure you're not passing something along to people, you need to maximize your health state. You need to drink more water, oxygenated water or high pH water. You need to eat more green leafy vegetables. You need to get up and do air squats because you end up working from home. All of those things can be done to make it better for the people in your house.
That's real right there. I mean, you're going to get no realer than that. And coming from a master trainer who's a coach, and it's real. Like, we sit here, we laugh, we have a good time. And that's what we're here to do. It's because we care about everybody. We love love that we're doing this. But at the same time, please listen, it's not just something that we just like, just blowing some steam and saying, hey, do this, and it's not really going to help you. I really feel that. And I've had a situation myself where, I could have been far worse. But because I was working out, because I was on the better side of my health, it helped me tremendously. And I mean, I took a blow. And so, I definitely commend, myself for just giving myself the time and the energy it took to get my mental and my health state back to a place where I can kind of, get after it.
You said something powerful just then, though. And I think, as I get older, and I'm learning this too, man, because I've never been like that. I think it's important that you commend yourself. That's a big win. Because we're talking about if you take care of yourself physically, think about what you could do for other people mentally. Straight up, think about like that person that needs that call. Hey man, how you doing? How your mama? Hey, I'm feeling like, oh well, you can get up and do this or try this right here. Like that's huge, man. When people check for you in a state like that, that gives you an opportunity to get back to a health state. And you should commend yourself for that.
But listen, let everybody know, of course, this is Beyond the Noise. Coach Greg Wall, Rudy Rush. We were in the building. We're going to be here for a long while. So make sure y'all rock out with us. Subscribe. All the information is right here for you.
Rudy, where can they find you, brother?
They can find me on the... You can find me at Rudy Rush on everything. No, Instagram at Rudy Rush. Facebook the same. You know what I'm saying? Twitter at Rudy Rush. Also, you can catch me online on my website, RudyRushOnline.com, and really get at me if you're really, looking to come out and see some comedy or whatever. But I'm doing a lot of big things. One of them are, of course, and is, Beyond the Noise. And we here making it happen for y'all. So, G, you want to say anything before we depart?
I do. I really want you guys to start gearing up for this 28-day challenge that Performance Experience is going to have. It speaks directly to what we're talking about, your consistency. What are you doing? How can we maximize what you're doing? How can we adjust what you're doing? How can you get those small wins? Men, women, and everybody in between. I mean, I think it's imperative that we jump in this thing to create some habits that allow us success. So gear up for next month's challenge. You guys are going to get all the details. It's 28 days, and it's a fitness challenge based in nutrition, accountability, exercises, amazing instructors, the whole nine. So we want to get you guys rolling. We'll be having that challenge, Rudy, in I think 3 different locations, man. So we gonna be in a community or a community center near you.
Nice. My man, Greg Walls. All right. The coach is what we call him. Yeah. When you call him coach, okay? Yeah. I call him G Walls, but that's my guy right there. Rudy Rush, Beyond the Noise. Thank y'all for joining us for another episode. We'll see you next time.
Absolutely.
Peace.